Right, so we're going to try out Universe 6 versus Red Zone Kid Buu. It's a full Universe 6 team, so not like, you know, using any other characters under KALE's leader skill. She does have Transformation Boost as a lead. I don't know if Champa can even actually take any hits from Kid Buu. Also, you don't have guard because there's no Caulifla on the rotation. It's a pretty sketchy start, all things being said. So, I'm probably just going to go ahead and do this straight away just to make sure Champa doesn't get immediately killed. But she may still do, but... Damn. Now the thing is with KALE as well, before she transforms, she has an unarmed super attack, so we'll basically have to transform her against Kid Buu, like straight away. But which I mean makes sense anyway, because she is better transformed. The only time you want to hold off on transforming her is in longer events, because once she's transformed, she gets a buff only for a certain number of turns. So in longer events, you don't want to transform her straight away, because then the buff will run out before you get to the last part. But in a shorter event like this one, we will just want to transform her straight away. Typical Kefla's in slot 7 as well. So KALE, there's no Caulifla on the rotation, so she doesn't have guard. Jeez. Okay, yeah, I think even with the Whis active, the Princess Snake active here, Champa's probably still getting clapped. Double super though. Okay, he took less damage than KALE with him having type disadvantage. Interesting. He does get a lot of defense on super, but yikes. What a terrible turn. So I either have to rely on Vados to dodge the super at the end with lower dodge chance, or rely on her to dodge at the beginning, because if she gets hit by an attack pre-super, she'll probably die. I mean, I guess I have to do that, right? Because she has the attack lowering, so I need her on rotation for the actual Int Kid Buu. Of course. She literally just has to dodge one attack and then she gets a massive defense buff, but she didn't. Okay, so we're going to try a slightly different build here where we're bringing a Kefla friend, because now that means instead of Champa, we're running STR Kaba instead, because by bringing the Kefla friend, we have enough STR allies for him to have his full passive active, so that should help. The 4 orbs for you. Also, Kefla actually being on the first turn means we can start getting some build up straight away. Caulifla on this team build has, I think, actually, with the right, does she have over the 100% dodge chance with this team build? Because everyone on the team is Universe 6. And then everyone except Vados and Kaba are Peppy Girl's characters. So I think she has over 100%. So Tech Caulifla literally cannot get hit. Yeah, because it's like 8% per thing, right? And we've got like all 7 units on the team of Universe 6. So that's already 56%. And then 5 of them are Peppy Gals. Oh no, she has it's the 96, so she's got the 96% dodge build. So there's a 4% chance that she can get hit by any attack. Which isn't terrible. This is not a great turn though. Can KALE should be able to eat the super. The only problem is I need the orbs for Kaba, and then can I actually get 6 orbs for Kefla? Not quite, annoyingly. Alright, well, we'll just do that. Because KALE has type advantage, and then depending on how many supers she does in the turn, she gets damage reduction. So I guess it's just down to the RNG at this point. The big thing to remember about the battlefield bosses is in that third phase, like level 3, all of those bosses, they can basically all be sealed and attack lowered. So you want to try and make sure your teams are bringing those kinds of characters. Come on, KALE, that's it. Get these additional supers. Build up that damage reduction. That's the thing. I don't need her to take double digits from the super. Just ideally don't take too much. And then we'll be alright. Okay, triple super. She should hopefully be looking alright here. Is this my one? Yeah, I think mine does have a bit of dodge as well, but certainly not a lot, as you can see. Oh, let's go. I mean, that's what you want. If you're only going to dodge one attack, take all the double-digit normals and then dodge the super. That's what you want to see. See, annoyingly, I want to keep Kefla around, but I also kind of need to float these guys. I keep these guys together, otherwise they're not going to be very good. So that keeps the physical orb there where I can still get it. Yep, dodge that. Nice. Good, good. Alright, now see, again, this is what I was saying, right? I thought when we were building this team, when someone suggested Universe 6 versus Buu, I was like, don't these guys have unarmed super? Like, how is that not an unarmed super attack? She literally just starts off by punching him in the face, but that's not an unarmed super, apparently. And then I'm pretty sure KALE's is the same. Like, I just thought both of them did unarmed supers, but apparently they don't. Unfortunately, none of these guys lower attack either, so all of this is just building up Kid Buu, which I think potentially doesn't bode well for Kefla in slot 3. I feel like she basically has to just dodge everything, otherwise she takes loads of damage, but I'm not sure. Yeah, see, even KALE with guard took 200k, so I think Kefla just has to dodge every single attack, otherwise she dies. Which is kind of awkward. A decent bit of damage for the turn, but yeah, 422k. That's crazy. Alright, so we jump back in with the same build, right, with the Kefla friend, so we can use the Kaba. I've brought the Zeno support memory, so all the Universal Other Saga characters are getting a buff. And I've thrown out a Whis on the first turn just to kind of make sure we can get through the STR Kid Buu. We've done a couple of videos like this over the last few days, trying out some of these older teams versus the Kid Buu stage, and I think it does pretty much cement, at least for global, because again, like, can't really compare to the anniversary content because I haven't had a chance to play it enough, right? But like, Kid Buu is definitely the hardest boss on global. The fact that, like, once you've hit him a certain number of times, like, his normal attacks are doing over 1 million damage. So we've seen multiple times that, like, in, you know, over these different videos we've done using different units against Kid Buu, that characters that we would normally expect to be tanking attacks for like double-digit damage, or even, you know, maybe like 20 to 50k, are just getting absolutely destroyed by him in the int phase. So obviously, you know, it's the one thing, you want to beat the stage, and then there are missions. But outside of that, like, certain teams are just not going to be usable, essentially, against this fight, which is kind of crazy. I should do this, really, because of the incoming super, but I very much need Vados to dodge this attack in the first slot. Because, yeah, you ideally want to have a lot of units that can lower attack on the team, because that does help a significant amount. Like, we had that run that I put up the other day where we almost did Kid Buu with the Earthlings team, because almost every single unit on the team was just nerfing his attack. But like on this team, for example, I think only Vados lowers attack. So, and a lot of the characters, especially like Kefla, do additional supers, KALE as well, like AGL KALE. So, of course, additional supers are then just making him hit you harder. And we saw in that previous clip, like the amount of damage Kefla taking by not dodging, even after getting a double super turn. Like normally, she'd be tanking relatively well post-super. But Kid Buu just absolutely destroys like some of these characters, which is wild. Yeah, Kefla should hopefully be dodging the super at the end here. Like I say, she only has a 4% chance to actually get hit by any attacks. So she should be good for most of the duration. We have to really worry about KALE here as well, though. Because KALE, with no Caulifla on the turn, means, again, she's not going to be guarding on this turn. So, I think, again, we probably just have to throw the Whis out here. I mean, there are certain teams. It kind of just comes back to the age-old argument about items versus no items. And I know most people don't care anyway. If you're just trying to beat the stage, especially if there's a mission, and you're not restricted from using items, then you might as well just use them. But there definitely is, from testing out some of the teams that we've been using in some of these videos and everything, like, there are teams that just absolutely are not going to be able to do Kid Buu with no items. Kaba would have eaten that relatively well anyway. Defense, guard, like post-super defense. I don't know if he would take double digits without the item, but Kaba obviously very good here in slot 1. KALE with no damage reduction is a bit scary. No guard, but she at least does have the damage reduction from the Whis. Every super attack is infinitely stacking her defense. And then, of course, we floated off Tech Caulifla, so on this next rotation, we will have the two of them together. So then at least they will have their guard, additional supers and whatnot. Yeah, 200k, damn. With a Whis active. That's crazy. And then, of course, KALE can't damage Ink Kid Buu. 200k on KALE with a Whis active. Oh, great. They both have to be in the same form as well, don't they? So they can't link. Well, this is awkward. We do have the Whis active, but we also can't get 6 orbs. Good. Okay, well, I guess we just do that. Do that. We've still got the Whis active, but as soon as we don't dodge anything with Kefla, we're dead. Ooh, good stuff. Alright, now post-super with the Whis, I actually don't know how much Kefla would take. What was it she took in that last clip where we died? It was like 400 and something K. That was without a Whis active. Now, at least Vados does lower attack. She also massively raises defense on super. She gets a bit of defense when she dodges as well. 91k. That's actually crazy considering how much he's hitting for with those attacks. How well Vados actually tanks. Compared to some of these other characters on the team even. So, but yeah, Kefla, obviously, you know, whilst we are buffing his attack by building up, hitting him all these times, Kefla is able to do quite a lot of damage. Okay, good. But now we've used all our items and everything, so this is where it's... oh, we're not quite below 50% HP either. That's super awkward. Alright, so we do this, do this. This will get us a good heal, because what's your defense now? It's not actually that high, but still get a good heal out of that. What? Well, there you go. There's that 4% chance. Unbelievable. Well, there you go. I guess that's fate right there. So, Universe 6 team. Yeah, not very good against Kid Buu, unsurprisingly, as many teams will not be. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If there's any other teams you guys want to see me take up against the Kid Buu event, do let me know down below in the comment section. Actually, that is the equivalent of getting like a level 4 dodge, right? 4%. She has a 96% chance to dodge, and she got hit. Ridiculous. There was me on that turn like, oh, we'll put her in slot 1. Look at all these attacks that are stacked up, like, after she attacked. I think there's like 5 or 6. And it was like, she's just going to dodge all of those. Well, there you go. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.